God shuts a door in order to give you a bigger blessing. You know, he shuts one door and you might think, well, oh my God, no one at home appreciates me. But hey, listen, you found a whole new appreciation around the world.
Hundreds of people dream of becoming the next big star. To make a mark and be on the top while leaving everyone behind is one hell of a task. Not just that it's also difficult to crack a place like America, which is literally filled with hip-hop musicians in every street, but just at the beginning of Estelle's career, she collaborated with big stars from Kanye West to John Legend and produced international hits. She has a net worth of a whopping $5 million, but with all the success and fame, there was a time when she was left alone and backstabbed by her own friends. Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. Let's find out what happened to the British singer-songwriter Estelle. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment and share. Also, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss any updates. Background: Estelle Fanta Soiree was born on 18th January 1980 and hailed from Hammersmith, West London, England. While growing up, Estelle was not allowed to listen to secular music as her Senegalese mother and Grenadian father were religious and strict. So she grew up listening to traditional African music and American gospels, but sometimes she would sneak out to listen to hip-hop. While talking to the press, she said, "I got into hip-hop from my uncle. He was playing us Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane. He was a bad boy and my mum wasn't really happy that I was hanging out with him." Career beginnings. When she reached her 20s, she decided that she'll pursue a music career. She started her career with one of the most renowned hip-hop record stores, Deal Real in London. Adding to that, she was also encouraged by her colleagues to start open mic performances, so she started playing in different London clubs. In 2000, a British DJ and a music producer, Skits, asked her to appear in his album called Countryman. Later, she also got many other albums, The 57th Dynasty and Black Twang, to name a few. Then she released her solo debut called Excuse Me in 2003 under the label Paradise Isle. Major breakthrough. In the early 2000s, she was visiting Los Angeles, USA. That's when her luck worked and she saw Kanye West, an American rapper, while she was hanging outside Roscoe's house of chicken and waffles. She introduced herself to Kanye when he exited the restaurant, worked her British charm and asked for an introduction to John Legend. She didn't just get in touch with John Legend, but Kanye also invited her to his studio so that they can start working on her upcoming album. John Legend worked on 2 of her debut album tracks. Her debut album, The 18th Day, came out in October 2004, which was released by the V2 label. Her debut album created a lot of waves, and her breakthrough track 1980 was ranked at number 14 on the UK singles chart, and received a MOBO award for the Best Newcomer category. With her mixtape series called Da Heat, she managed to create a loyal fan following. To give back to the UK's hip-hop world, she started her own label to sign fresh talent. Later in 2004, V2, a record label in the UK, released her album, named after her mother, who almost died while giving birth to the future hip-hop star. The album debuted at 35th rank in the UK album charts, receiving modest success. Stardom does not come easy. There's a whole lot of baggage that comes with it. After her debut, The 18th Day, it proved to be a very difficult task to continue her music career in the UK, so she had to pack her bags and move to New York City in the USA. In an interview, she said, "I went over there simply because they were the only ones who would give me a deal after The 18th Day," she continued. "There were so many labels and none of them wanted to sign me. I went to about 4 or 5 labels and all the big ones, and it turns back around that I get signed again, you know, the same way but just from the other end, to the same label that set me down." Stardom is not served on a plate to anyone. You have to sacrifice a few things to achieve what Estelle did. She left her family in London and had a fresh start in New York City. It's also believed that there was another factor that added to her hardships, that was colorism. Even one of her closest friends once said that with her prominent African features, she wouldn't be able to go far in this career. When she moved to America, she rebranded herself as a singer and not a rapper because American fans found her British accent to be a turnoff for this genre. Fame. 3 years later, John Legend signed Estelle to his homeschool label, which was distributed by Atlantic. She was the first ever signee for his label and came out with her second album called Shine, her first album to be released in America, and that too with a very big label. John Legend was the executive producer of this album, and other than him, Jack Splash, Kanye West, CeeLo Green, Mark Ronson, Swiss Beats, will.i.am, and Wyclef Jean also worked on the album. John Legend really praised Estelle and said her sound is a unique blend of hip-hop, R&B, reggae, and soul. she has a special voice unlike any other voice out there in mainstream music, and she can really write. She writes hip lyrics with unforgettable melodies. I recognized that in her when I first worked with her in 2004. I'm excited and honored to have Estelle as the first artist on my label, Homeschool Records. I believe the world is going to fall in love with her album, as I already have. Estelle is an amazing talent and she's going to do big things. Shine received multiple awards and certificates for selling a specific number of copies. As of January 2012, Shine sold 233,000 copies in the US. Shine reached the number 6 position not only in the UK albums chart by OCC, but also in the US top R&B hip hop albums chart by Billboard. Adding to the achievements, it was also certified as gold by British phonographic industry and shortlisted for Mercury Music Prize in 2008. Her fame rose when she collaborated with Kanye West on a track titled American Boy. This song was ranked in the top 10 in several different charts worldwide, such as the USA and Canada, and it was in number 1 position on the UK singles chart. Plus, it was also on number 7 in the 100 Best Songs list of 2008 published by Rolling Stone. For her outstanding and exceptional performance in The American Boy, she got nominated in multiple award shows. The most notable among them was her Grammys Award for Best Rap and Sung Collaboration in 2009. She also won the Best Song of 2008 in MOBO Awards for The American Boy. She went to the UK to receive the award, and it was the same night when things regarding her friends unraveled, and she got to know they are not what they seem to be. That led her night to turn into a disaster. In an interview with The Independent Online, she said, and I quote, "These were the people I thought I could trust, but I was wrong. A lot of things were happening behind the scenes. They were taking advantage of me. I was working, barely seeing 20%. After detaching herself from everything, she poured her heart out into her third album, All of Me. She even ended her long-term relationship after shooting the video for Break My Heart. Since she always wanted to pursue rap, her first love, she included it in this album. Estelle released this album in 2012. 2 of the tracks, including Freak and Fall in Love, were not included in the final track listing of the album because they didn't do well originally. Her most recent album, Lovers Rock, was the most awaited full-length reggae album by her fans. Estelle honored her childhood in a way with this album because she grew up listening to a lot of reggae music, and the theme revolved around her parents' relationship. Other ventures. When she was not singing, she was either working for new music or involved in society's benefit. In 2010, she modeled for Naomi Campbell's show called The White Ribbon Alliance to raise funds for women's healthcare in Haiti. They were able to raise over 1.4 million euros for Haiti. She didn't just work for her career, but this Grammy Award winner also founded All of Me Foundation. This foundation helps to provide financial aid to college students who face hardships. It also works to empower young individuals by providing them with internships and mentoring opportunities. Her ventures didn't just end there. She launched New London Records in an independent partnership with BMG, a German media company where she worked as a writer for the past 10 years. With this label, she got creative freedom and control over her musical endeavors. She even started her designer label for luxury scarves, known by her last name, Scarves by Soiree. She went on and began voicing as Gane in 2013 for Steven Universe, and then continued doing so for some other several animated series for children. She even sang a duet version of her track Conqueror with Jussie Smollett on the hit TV show Empire. This became one of her biggest hits after American Boy and managed to secure the 15th position on R&B charts. Her acting career began in 2014 with a cameo appearance in Beyond the Lights, an American romantic drama film, and recently she was also seen in Fatal Affair, an American psychological thriller film that premiered on Netflix. Concluding remarks. To wrap up this video, she's also bagged a show called The Estelle Show on Apple Music. Estelle has got a lot of energy and is a self-determined hustler. She's not only a go-getter, but a person who is not afraid to take risks. What do you think was the main reason behind Estelle's success? Do let us know in the comment section down below. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell button to get the notifications for our next video. See you in the next one.